Hey folks, welcome to Casting with Kirk. I'm Kirk. So glad you're here to join me today. So continuing our series on styles of fishing and figuring out exactly what type of fishing you like to do that becomes your strength in fishing, we're going to talk power fishing. Now the concept of power fishing is you're trying to excite the bass to bite. You're throwing lures that are making them react to that lure and what it's doing, its action, and where it's located. You're throwing lures that are usually bigger lures, using bigger rods, bigger line, that type of situation. Now, power fishing usually comes along with moving baits. And when I'm talking about moving baits, is I'm talking about you're throwing things like crankbaits, like this 1.5 shallow diver. You're throwing 3/8 ounce, half ounce chatterbaits, swimming these things around wood and around docks, over weeds. You're throwing some 3/8 ounce spinner baits, maybe a half ounce spinner bait, throwing them over tops of weeds, throwing them around logs, throwing them along the dock edges. Gonna be throwing some big old hollow-bodied frogs using some big, 7-foot, 7.5-foot heavy action rods, throwing these around thick weeds over the tops of lily pads. You're throwing jerk baits, trying to make them get excited seeing this thing going through the water and stopping, and then all of a sudden taking off again. So again, it's that exciting the bass to bite that lure. Now, when you're power fishing, most circumstances, like whether you're in a boat or whether you're on land, is you're not stationary. You're actually, say, like coming up to an area of some docks, and you're throwing that crankbait and you're ripping it through the dock areas over some grass, and you're just moving along, hitting each dock or hitting each weed line, that type of thing. You can even do that with a big old jig, where you're going to take this and throw it maybe once around a dock, up underneath it, nothing bites it, get it out of there, move to the next dock, do the same type of thing. And like I said, when you're power fishing, you're probably stepping up your equipment that you're using. You're going to be going to things more along the lines of medium heavy power rods. You're going to be using maybe 15 to 20 pound fluorocarbon. Going to be using braided line for like frog fishing, even your jig fishing. So again, in conclusion, power fishing, you're trying to excite that bass to bite. You're throwing a bunch of big moving baits, trying to get them to focus on that action and their natural instinct to just go after something if it's moving or comes past them. So if you like these tips and tricks, you'd like to hear more about this kind of stuff, go ahead to that like and subscribe button. You folks have yourself a great day. Get out and do some bass fishing.